Woo-hoo. Got a happy flip in the building. Oh shit. Hello everyone and welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Mariah and today we're gonna be making lumpia. Now, I made this with my grandma growing up all the time. Just like the spring roll recipe, she would make lumpia and then she would make the vegetable spring rolls. If you missed the spring roll video, you can check it out up here. But I just want to take a minute to remember my grandma Nellie. She taught me all the Filipino recipes that I know, which are only a few, but I made them with her growing up. And that's kind of where I started learning basic cooking skills. I love you, Grandma. I know you're watching down from heaven and I'm gonna make this lumpia really good. So you're gonna be pretty proud. All right, let's get to chopping. Since we're essentially just mincing all of our vegetables, I like to slit the celery multiple times and just chop it up small. I do the same thing for the carrots, but if I'm using baby carrots, I cut it in quarters if it's small enough and chop it up like that. If it's a bigger baby carrot, I'll chop it up in smaller pieces and mince it up really small. I try to dice the onions as small as I can. Really, any method will work for this. This one's easy. I just thinly slice my spring onions. And for my garlic, I peel it, and I recently got a garlic smasher, so I used that this time, and it worked amazing. Now we're gonna throw everything together. Celery, carrots, onions, spring onions, garlic. Here's half a cup of tempura, about a tablespoon of adobo mix. Now we're gonna get messy. Okay, so one thing I must tell you is lumpia is one of those things where everyone asks for a recipe, but it's just something that you feel, okay? It's always gonna be a little bit different. I hardly ever measure anything out, especially for this recipe. I usually just throw it in there. If it looks good, if it feels good, if it smells good, then I roll with it. You can test your meat in a pan before, but you know what? You gotta risk it to get the biscuit, baby. I like to just go with my gut feeling. So one thing that I usually do to know if I have enough sauce, if I have enough whatever flavors in here, I smell it. It's gonna look weird, but you gotta smell it. And I think we need a little bit more tempura sauce, baby. I don't think we have enough garlic. I'm gonna add a few more cloves in, like maybe 3, 4, 5, 10, whatever, we'll see. Smell test number 2. Oh, it touched my lip. Ugh, gross. But I think it smells. I think she's ready. It's time. Get your boots on, boys. Time to get messy. And ladies, same thing as the spring roll video. You're gonna need a little bowl of water. Some people use egg wash, but my grandma always just used water, so we do that. A tray to put your rolled lumpia in, and of course you need Filipino lumpia wrappers. Let's open these wrappers up. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Oops, I ripped it. If you happen to rip it, it's fine, you can still use it. We're just gonna find a corner and slowly start pulling. Some of these are easier to pull off than others, but you wanna make sure you're pulling off a little bit at a time, because if you pull too far, you will rip the wrapper. The easiest thing to do is pull apart multiple wrappers and set them aside so it's easier while you're rolling, not to have to pull another wrapper off. It makes it a lot faster. We're gonna put it like this in front of us. Gonna grab about 2 tablespoons of our mixture, maybe a little less. That's about 2 tablespoons. We're gonna spread it out like a little turd, and then we're gonna flip this over, roll it forward a little bit, and then we're gonna flip each side in. And then we're gonna push it down tightly as we roll it forward. This will make a really nice tight lumpia. And then dabble your finger in some water, and then voila, there we go, lumpia. All right, we're all rolled up. We got a bunch of lumpia here. And actually, I ran out of wrappers. I still have quite a bit of my meat mixture left, so I might make a stir fry out of that later. But let's get our oil heating so we can fry some of these up and test taste these bad boys. We're gonna fry these on a medium-low heat until they're nice and golden brown, usually about 3.5 minutes per side. There is raw meat, so you wanna make sure you cook them long enough to cook them all the way through. Got my sweet chili, got my lumpia. Cheers. Hoba, hoba, hoba. Mmm. 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 Woohoo! Got a happy flip in the building. Also, another reason why I was such a fat kid. Oh, baby, Chuck Berry. I'm in love with the lumpia. So good. I'm gonna go run and give my neighbor some. Don't you wish you lived next to me? Okay, let's do some takeaways. Things that I didn't like. Nothing. I love everything. It's lumpia. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, you better do. Also, shout out to Jerry, because he's been bugging me the most about this video. So shout out to you for, you know, being you, buddy.